Welcome, 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 welcome to the Will-O-Wisp Woods. We are back here in the Will-O-Wisp Woods with some more dice rolling as we are playing the Journey of Grandiasha tonight. We have more dice rolling, more magic, more all sorts of stuff. So, last we left off, and I have double-checked with my wonderful note-taking players. Last we left off, our group had decided to pull one more card from the deck with our wonderful Odile, as with the magic comes possibility, and of course our knight friend being brought in through this drawing of cards. I hate it when Spotify does that. Quit automatically muting my shit, you bitch. Anyway, while I get upset at technology, our wonderful group has multiple things happen that lead up to a rather emotional back and forth. After the knight that had been summoned by the deck gets onto and scolds both May and Dwindle, yeah, the fairy scolded them. They were arguing over who was going to get the box and stuff like that.
It was
Oh,
me
no.
with them.
I was trying to defend the party from.
Yep. Because May is
I was gonna say, I didn't do anything
May is
this
holding
time.
the fox. I'm sorry, I'm just used to
May
May
didn't do
being
anything
the
this time.
issue. When it comes to brute force and Dwindle fighting somebody, it's usually May.
Yeah,
It's true.
not wrong.
However, nonetheless, the wonderful group begins to learn more and more about how far this night will go before Eddie learns that a certain fairy has possession of his book. This book that he had been hiding from the group relatively often. And of course, with this issue came a different side of Eddie. They had already seen this new, almost aggressive version of Eddie due to the card pool. But this was different. It seemed angry. Genuinely angry. He seemed upset. And of course, he took that anger and turned it into something else. As now, all of the group are unable to see Eddie. Now seemingly gone after their emotional back and forth, Odile, with Rovan, strides off into the crowd. Nyla follows close behind while invisible, and of course the knight that Odile had summoned follows relatively close behind. Dwindle and May are left behind, and the fox has run off. But it seems tensions are high and everybody is seemingly going their separate directions for the moment. So, Nyla and Odiel, or James and May, who would like to start?
I feel like me and James start often, so I don't think it's the girls. One of the girls go first.
Okay.
Fine.
So, Odiel and Nyla. Odiel, where are you going?
I thought they were starting first. Did I mishear her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're starting.
Oh. Okay.
So, what would you all like to do as I sip on my adult Capri Sun?
Um,
I'm not too sure. I'm just going to. Wendell is satisfied. He's gone, spent a lot of money, so. Make cart better.
Right. We need to stop at the blacksmith before we go to the car.
Let's just follow wherever it's going.
Mm-hmm.
no. Sorry, it's been a tough week. I haven't been able to plan. Usually I plan. I did not plan.
The best plans are the ones that aren't made.
You know.
And even when they are made, this group doesn't stick to them.
Tis true.
No, we
Even a
don't.
little.
Make the plan, execute the plan, plan goes right.
I try to keep
We
plan.
actually execute the plan, quite literally execute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plan
with its
goes to
head.
the guillotine.
Oh wait, I can make one of those. Does that have a little tiny one on the back of Robon?
There's a tiny guillotine on the back of Rowan.
Yeah, just put a little tiny one on the back of Robon.
That is the best thing I've heard all day.
I mean, Odd does seem to have a thing about chopping people's heads off when she does go for the kill shot. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Uh,
No,
Okay.
It's not a
um,
deal anymore.
Okay. She's just gonna wandlessly,
Wander aimlessly?
Thank you.
You got it.
Yeah, I can't even use words today. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Through the marketplace for like about an hour or so, just trying to think and breathe.
Okay.
And then eventually I'll just have Robon come to a stop, I guess. And then look around to see what I'm surrounded by. From there. I guess that's a perception check.
Perception check and a D100 for me.
Okay.
And because you said for about an hour, Nyla's invisibility would wear off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I would see you.
And for this
Not-
entire hour, this knight has
Just
been
felt
following
like-
you. Not saying a word, just following along.
Hmm.
Speaking of, I should probably pull up his character sheet just in case.
Should I roll a separate perception to see if I see Nyla after the hour's up?
It really depends on if Nyla's trying to hide or not.
Yeah, she's trying to keep her distance, but still be there as backup if necessary. So stealth versus perception?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do it. Oh, that was not a good roll. That is a 9. The natural 2.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry to say, but I see you.
Shocking.
Because I rolled a 17. I rolled a 17 on my perception check for you, and that's before I add my modifier.
I think I like crashed into a bunch of carts and they all went down.
I just hear and I turn around and I go, "Really, Nyla? Really?"
Admittedly, not my best move. Do your thing. Pretend I'm not here.
I know you're here now.
Okay, then can I walk around with you? Or do you want space?
I clearly stated I wanted space.
Then I'll keep my distance. I'm just here for backup if you need it.
If I needed you, I would have spoke to you. Because don't we have a distance? That's
We
kind
do.
of also why I kept myself in the marketplace. Also, I kind of figured you guys weren't leaving the marketplace.
Yeah. It's true. But yeah, I'll hang around not too far away, but I won't be too close either.
You can just go back to the group, please.
They're fine.
Turns and looks to self. Do I need to recreate what just happened like an hour ago?
Sure, it's fine.
Nyla, please. Oh, also, here's your money back. I didn't use any of it.
Did you pay for them?
Yes, I paid for my potions. Okay?
Cool.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried, I was just curious. I could have seen it going either way, but it wasn't really like you to steal them, so. But thank you. How much was it again? For inventory purposes.
It was like 82. It was small. I know it was less than 100.
Yeah, it was
like
not that
really
much.
Small.
Me and my 9 silver right now.
Yeah, like you have barely anything left.
Uh-huh.
The backup bundle.
I don't even remember which episode, so I don't know which page to look at. I'll find it and tell you the numbers later.
Sounds
I'll
good.
tell you the numbers later. Hold
Awesome.
on. Look for Nyla's numbers. There you go. I made my note. But here's your coins. Okay.
Okay. Let me know if you need me. I guess I will go off to a different alley and practice with my bow some more. Walk
Okay.
off.
Won't be surprised if all of a sudden I hear guards talking about how they captured someone with a bow.
Probably.
Starts walking off, but checks periodically to make sure Nyla's not following.
She's not gonna go super
And then-
far, but she's gonna duck into an alley.
I will eventually look at Solonok and be like, you can come closer, you're fine now. I'm not gonna yell at you or anything.
Selenok takes all of 2 steps forward.
Do it yourself. So for my perception, I got a 18, and then my D100, I got a 92.
Very nice. Why is it on the stupid shit that I roll well?
Because I'm stupid.
No, I said why is it on the stupid shit I roll well? Ugh. Selenok kind of stares at Odile for a moment. For someone so lonely, you really do not like company. But I am always here now. He then starts looking around.
That's so reassuring. What? Do you not see this group?
I do. He says as he's still kind of scouring the crowd.
What are you looking for?
Threats.
There's no threats here. We took care of them last time we were here. And all the other threats are down below.
And there are always threats. Everywhere. Anywhere. I
Wow,
can't
and I thought I was
deal...
paranoid.
Well... I can't deal with anything that causes any mental problems. You know, psychic attacks or anything like that. But I can at least watch for pickpockets and other things.
Issues with pickpockets.
Well,
Or petting Rovan. I got this good boy, don't I? Don't I? Aren't you the best boy? Rovan's just wagging his tail.
well, with a mechanical friend or not, if somebody wants something bad enough, I'm sure that they'll try it.
Okay. They can try. I don't care.
It's not that they will or not, just if they try, it's there.
Are you still gonna stay back there? I don't want to keep yelling about this. You're still nice. Starts calculating the distance. 15 feet back there. You can come closer. You said you could. Mister all of a sudden wants to actually talk.
He then steps forward and stands next to Rowan.
Here, is that so bad? As she's looking down at him.
No. The issue is that you want to be alone, but you also don't want to be, so I'm not entirely sure how to react or act.
Not that I necessarily want to be alone. I just needed a little bit of space. That's it. I'm fine now. I had time to process some things. I just wasn't expecting what happened to happen. Honestly, our group's not usually like this. And I apologize for that. You came at a very interesting, different time. But, like I said, I was just not expecting what happened to happen. I had to process it. I process it. It's fine. It is what it is.
It's okay to keep lying to yourself.
Not lying?
Yes, you are.
Odile just like turns her body and crisscrosses herself. How am I lying?
You're not allowing yourself to open up. It's like you want to, but it's like you're scared to at the same time.
To me, wanting me to always open up.
Well, a knight's duty is to open up to the person that he serves and tell them what's going on, reports, possible threats. But to do that, I have to trust that the person that I'm serving actually will listen to it and take into consideration what they need to do with that information. Basically, it seems like you don't know how to properly give out the information to people that you want to talk to. I'm not really smart enough to tell you one way or another how to go about things, but looking around, you all don't very well mesh together, but at the same time, you seem to work well together. Though you do have childish companions.
I mean, they are mostly all younger than me.
I'm gonna beat him.
In the first 10 minutes of my coming to your aid, I watched two of your companions argue over a box. I watched you argue over a box with them, trying to tell everybody the same thing that they were telling each other of who should get what and why, and it's an interesting first impression.
Probably a bad one.
Not
Like I said, we're not usually like this. It's been a bad day.
Not necessarily a bad first impression, but not necessarily a good one either. It seems like you all want what's best for each other, but at the same time, you also have no idea how to go about that because none of you actually know how to talk to each other. As I said, I'm not smart enough to tell you one way or another. I just happen to notice. DM to player, when I say stupid shit, he got a natural 20 on an insight check. So,
Damn, boy.
That's why it hurts so bad.
it's always the stupid shit. Every time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just here to serve. I take your orders, and that's as far as I go. I'm not worried about it.
You shouldn't have to take orders.
Well, that's the point of a knight.
I didn't ask for a knight either.
You may not have asked for it, but the fates have brought me to you. Perhaps Lady Fate has a plan for us yet.
Yeah, the fates. Lovely fates, lovely fates, lovely fates. Taps robe on to keep moving while she's still facing him.
He walks alongside Rovan, but continues looking around now.
I'm not gonna lie, you're making me very more paranoid than I am.
Well, there's no reason for you to be paranoid.
You have no idea why I'm paranoid.
Your job is to enjoy your walk. My job is to make sure that your walk is not interrupted.
Knowing my luck, my walk will get interrupted. By what? I don't know. But it will. I hope not. Because I would at least like to get to the general store, do what I need to, and go back to the inn. Oh god, what am I going to do with you at the inn? Ugh. I'll figure it out. Is there a general store nearby?
Mm-hmm. General stores are pretty useful, considering they're just kind of out and about. They're a store that's for the general populace.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But I mean it. For the record, I'm not lying to myself.
If you say
It
so.
is what it
Encourage
is.
yourself.
Things happen. The end.
In my personal experience, fate has a lot more in store for things that are just as is.
Oh, I'm done with the tape. And I'm done with this conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
Next conversation. I have no idea.
Then I will continue my watching.
No, she will.
And he goes
God
right
just
back
puts
to
her hands
watching.
in her head. And just...
And he goes right back to watching the general populace. So, you are looking for a general store. There are, of course, general stores just simply out and about.
Cool.
Hmm?
Is that cool?
What are you looking for?
Paper and ink.
Paper and ink, okay. I believe we had gone over the pricing for that before.
I think so, because Mace bought a whole bunch of it.
Yes.
Yeah, that was back in
If you will.
that was back in Christia.
Now, are you looking for paper or parchment?
Paper.
Paper? Okay. Paper is 2 silver pieces
2 silver. Okay.
per sheet.
Per sheet. Okay. I can't do it now.
10 silver is 1 gold. So 5 sheets of
Help you
paper would be
later.
1 gold.
So 5 sheets of paper is 1 gold.
When I've got adult beverages in my system, I am seemingly better at math. It's peach flavored.
So I will take.
Or this one is, at least. I was drinking a strawberry daiquiri flavored one before.
Lucky. I want that one.
5% alcohol by volume, 10 proof. That's 10 fluid ounces.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, come on, if I did that actually. So I'll do.
Nummy.
I'll take 25 pieces. So that's 25 gold. You said 5 sheets equals 1 gold.
Yes. No.
See, your math's not mathing.
Hold on. It's 2 silver pieces. 10 silver pieces is 1 gold. 5 sheets would be 5 times 2, that's 10. Yeah, so that's 5 sheets for 1 gold. So it would be 25 divided by, yeah, it would be 4 gold. Yes.
Okay.
4 gold. Because 25
Okay.
divided by 5 is 4. No, it's 5.
Okay. 5 gold.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to nod along because
Yes.
I can't.
Yes. Math is mathing. 5 sheets, 2 silver pieces each. It's 10 pieces of silver. 10 pieces of silver is 1 gold. 5 times 5 is 25. So that would be 5 gold. Yes. So.
Okay, and what about the ink?
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah.
A 1 ounce bottle is apparently 10 gold pieces.
Gold. Okay. Okay. Beans.
It's interesting. I never processed how much ink actually is.
Oh, I should probably buy a pen or something. to go
Are
with
you
it, shouldn't I?
There's a difference between special ink and normal
No,
ink.
it's just regular ink.
Apparently, it's expensive to be an author.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
a
Expensive
it's
to be
a
a wizard.
yeah, it's a 1 ounce bottle, which is interesting. Hold on. Yeah. Just regular ink. Yes, Ink could be used to scribe spells and spell scrolls, though this often required rare and special ink that apothecaries were unlikely to stock. Such ink could cost hundreds of gold pieces for a small flask. So normal ink is 8 to 10 gold pieces per vial, whereas magic ink can be more depending on how much you're getting and where you're getting it from. So,
Do they have any pens or feathers?
some quills.
Because I can't write. I can't write with them. Pen and ink is kind of useless without one.
Well, you could get an ink pen for 2 cents for 2 copper pieces,
Okay.
which is really interesting. But considering ink itself is 10 gold pieces, but an ink pen is 2 copper pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. An ink pen is a wooden stick with a special tip on the end. The tip draws ink in when dipped in a vial and leaves an ink trail when drawn. Okay. So it's not an actual, like, ink pen. It is a pen that does the calligraphy tip. So.
It's a quill.
That.
Yeah.
Which is also different because there's apparently quills in 5e, which is interesting.
Oh, that is interesting. Well, I mean, quills usually have feathers, but
Yeah.
it's that kind. Fountain pen? Is that what it is? Or is that different?
Yeah, just quills are regular quills, and then you got an ink pen that does the soaks up ink into the tip. Interesting. I guess quills are just fancier ink pens.
Yeah.
But nonetheless.
Interesting.
So it's 2 copper, 10 gold, 5 gold.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Continue.
Ow. So, is that everything that Odie would like to do?
Actually, is there like a small fabric store nearby?
Roll a d100. And a perception check.
Okay. Is that no, it's a nice. Okay, thank you. At least this one tells me. Wow, really? Okay. Alright, so perception was 21 and the D100 was a 99.
Nice. You look around, and there are a number of shops within this small section of the district. However, you do happen to notice that as you're looking around, there is a small tailor shop hiding almost just around the corner of another building.
I go inside.
Okay. So, inside, you find a rather calm and quaint tailor. Working on one of the mannequins is a regular human man with a scruffy head of black hair. And the knight seems to follow quietly behind, still looking around curiously, but he waits by the door for the most part now as you walk in, stopping just inside the door on the right side.
Oh, I got one difference. Goes up to the shopkeep. If they're not too busy.
It seems that they're just tailoring one of the clothes that are currently half finished. It's not entirely certain if it is some kind of vest or it will be the top of a dress or what it is, but it seems to be the top half of something. Or the top of something.
Excuse me?
The man turns, looks to you. Oh, hello. How can I help you? What are you looking for?
Do you by chance have any, like, loose fabric for sale and, like, sewing supplies?
Of course. Any
I
type
just
that you're
wasn't
looking for
sure.
specifically?
Do you have, like, stretchy, probably dark brown fabric?
If I'm not mistaken, is there a certain amount that you're looking to purchase, or?
About a yard.
Neat. That'll work. I'm okay with rope bites. Anywho, now that my sweet tooth has been helped, he nods. If that's all, I can get that rather quickly, actually. Is there anything else that you're looking for other than a sewing kit?
Yeah, just the fabric, the sewing kit. Preferably like black thread, preferably, obviously. Do you also have by chance any extra cloaks that are completed, just laying around for sale, by chance?
Of course. Are you looking for a raincoat, regular coat,
Cloak.
cloak? Okay. Interesting.
It does not have to be anything fancy. Can be lightweight.
That seems really expensive for a regular cloak. Well, for the yard of fabric, I can get it to you for 10 gold. A cloak will run you about 20. And the sewing kit is 5 gold pieces. And that comes with the sewing needles, spools of thread, measuring tape, thimbles, pins, a cushion, small case of hooks and buttons.
Sounds good.
Okay. If you'd like, I can change out the thread that's inside for black thread like you had asked.
Yeah, that would be preferred. Thank you.
Okay. It takes them a short few minutes to gather that up and get it back to you.
Thank you so very much.
If there's anything else, please feel free to ask.
Nope, that was it.
Okay.
Odd puts the stuff down and then takes the cloak and puts it over herself.
Okay.
And then walks back out.
Okay. So, while Odile is shopping, what is Nyla doing?
Nyla is going to go into a nearby alley and simultaneously work on the tuning to the bow by practicing, and also call out to Eddie with the psionic whispers thing that's still connected to him.
Okay.
So, hey Eddie, I know you can still hear me, and I know you probably won't answer this, but I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I hope you don't blame Odd. It wasn't her fault or her idea. And I hope you know that we care about you. I don't know what was in that book. I have no idea, nor do I need to know. But I hope you can forgive us eventually.
Roll a D100. You
11.
got how?
11.
11.
Uh-huh.
Okay. No response.
I'm gonna practice on my bow.
Okay. So, it will take an hour or a short rest to attune to the bow.
Do I need to roll anything for that, or just practice for an hour?
In all honesty, you don't even have to practice for the hour.
I think that's how it works with weapons, from what I was seeing.
As long as you're within the same space as it, you can roleplay it as you practicing with it. But as long as you are within the same space as the weapon, and you have it on your person for an hour, and you are actively like trying to bond with the weapon, or at least the weapon's magic, after a short rest, you are then attuned to the weapon or item, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to flavor it as her practicing with it by shooting it a bunch of times. But
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
You are able to attune to it with your hour. However, because of the taking an hour, you are left to your devices for that hour.
Mm-hmm.
James, what does Dwindle and May want to do? What do you guys want to do? What do you two want to do?
Well, I got my potions, so
Potion Salah.
I'm pretty
go
okay
to
with
the black.
everything, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm more just babysitting May now, I guess.
I feel so comfortable doing what I need to do with the watchful eye of the dwarf on me.
Run.
What does May want to do?
Let's go to the blacksmith. Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of drag Dwindle with me. How'd you manage to calm yourself down?
You're not worth it. Me
Makes
getting
sense.
on Grover. And I acknowledge that I'm going to have to break you to make you better.
Make me better. What an idea you've come up with. I'm tired, Dwindle. Hopefully it's not too much on you.
Hey, if you're
And
tired, we'll get over it. It's like midday.
I do hope we shall see. Anyways, I did have a question. I gotta talk to the blacksmith. Would you mind helping me out? I've never been one to understand the inner workings of what you do, and I don't want to get cheated.
Well, in my opinion, with how so many blasphemies around, if he or she is cheating someone, they don't really stay in business this long.
Oh. I guess that's what you would think. You are quite the noble heart.
No. I not noble. No, it's pretty much if you are unfair to your customers don't come back to you. And it spreads, and yeah.
Well, I guess with a town as small as this. I mean, it's not that small, but for business, I guess. Anyways, I'm sure you still want to babysit me, but that's where I would like to go. If you'd like to help, do so. If not, I'm sure I'll manage.
Aye, to the smithy we go. Can I take her to Jericho?
Rock City.
Yeah, wrong city.
Just saying, can I?
I think that was the previous city.
Okay then.
Yeah, Jericho's in Crestia.
Let me just take a detour of about a month.
I wanted to see progress on Beard, but okay. Okay, to the smithy.
And
If it means anything, the last time that you all had seen Jericho, he was working on the Captain Price mutton chops. Because of that patch that's just gone in the middle of his chin.
It doesn't make me feel better.
Really
He's
good on
losing
him.
his beard already.
that'll happen when that part of the chin gets burned off.
Sadly.
But when we get to the smith, I'm gonna go inside, and May's gonna pull out paper she's been working on, a piece of paper that she's drawn on the symbol of a tree. That she wanted last time that she talked to him, but she wasn't sure if she'd do it, but she's gonna go up to is the dude around? Is the smith around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The smith is sitting behind his counter, seemingly taking a break for the day.
Okay. Did you have a second? Excuse me.
You walk up to the counter, and as you get closer, you notice that he's not actually sitting behind the counter. He's seemingly asleep with his eyes open. As you hear very, very, very quiet snoring.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna walk back out then.
I'm gonna slam the desk.
Oh. Wait, you're gonna slam the desk? Like,
There's loud knocking.
never mind then.
Dwindle.
Dwindle.
Ruiner of pickpockets and ruiner of sleep.
You're on the job! No sleep on job.
So, you knock on the counter, and you notice he jolts slightly, but he looks directly towards Dwindle. Oh, I can help you. As you notice this scraggly bearded, rather hairy, honestly, very large man who seems to be rather rotund for his size. In all honesty, he's pretty big. But he seems to kind of look to Dwindle and, oh, how can I help you? What are you looking for?
She's born needing help.
Oh, how can I help you, miss?
I'm so sorry to wake you.
What do you mean? I was awake the entire time.
Very well then. It's gonna like kind of like put the paper on the table. I'd like to commission you to make this for me, and it's half plate armor, and it's got what's it called, like, it's almost like in the shape of a tree up into the breastplate, and yeah, and I've got a picture, but I'm not completely done with it, but I'll send it next week. Yeah. How long do you think that... Oh, of course, are you taking commissions? I mean, I'm so sorry. No?
Just a moment.
I'm sorry, I thought I froze in the last.
You're fine. I love having to look up information because D&D just does not give enough all of the time.
Mhm.
What the fuck? Hmm. Hmm. I love how useless the internet is when it comes to finding answers about making armor. What the
What
fuck?
type of armor are you wanting to make?
Half plate is what she said.
Half plate 750. It takes. Man, I just barely looked up this rule too. It's gonna take at least like
I think it's like a little less than a month because full plate takes a month.
full plate takes a year, half a year.
Realistically, it's gonna take a month. I'm not gonna use D&D's fucking. It takes a year to make full plate. No, a normal blacksmith in real life takes all of a month if they're genuinely spending like 8 to 12 hours on it per day. Realistically speaking.
Unachievable, you see.
So half plate would probably take about 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
It's a whole lot longer than I think. But I guess it makes sense.
So about 2.5 weeks for half plate. And I'd have to get your
Do we have
measurements.
that long?
I don't know. Do we have that long?
I don't think we're
I
planning on
think
staying here for 2.5 weeks.
Sweet. Mother of April. Um,
Could have Dwindle make it. I never
I'm not
asked.
gonna ask Dwindle too. Nah, I wouldn't ask Dwindle too. Oh well, I'll wait until the next town we get to.
Okay. Anything else I can help y'all with?
I wanna upgrade my spear. Anything you can do for that? And she's going to put her and take it off her back.
Well, that depends. What are you wanting to do with your spear?
I have no idea. What can you do? That was more of a player question for the most
We
part.
could have
I
coated in silver.
coded in silver. Okay. What would that do for it?
Overcome werewolf resistance.
No resistance.
Overcome resistance from yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. That might hurt.
Actually,
Yeah.
can she actually hold silver? That's a good question.
Oh, I'm not a werewolf. Technically, not. You know what? Never mind. Why don't we just go back to the inn? You've been really helpful. Thank you.
If you say so. Always happy to help.
Thanks, Wendell.
Well, if you got nothing else to do, I'm
Yep.
just gonna. I did a lot of shopping today, goodness sakes.
Alright, I'm just gonna go back to the inn. Is that fine with you?
Aye, fine.
Alright, well, be careful.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk.
Rondo's just gonna head back to the wagon and just keep working.
Okay. I'd like you to make another smithing check for me.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo. There it goes. 11 plus my. I keep forgetting about Smith tools. It's strength, right?
Strength plus proficiency. If you have proficiency in smithing tools.
Yep.
All
I
right.
would hope his Dwindle has characters. D&D Beyond's being slightly slow. 4 plus my. Why does it not say proficiency on here? What is it? 5 or something?
It's a tool, and your proficiency bonus is up at the top.
Not this time, annoyingly.
Our proficiency bonus is currently 3, if that's what you're looking for.
I just need to click on one of my tools. Skills. Are we at +3 or +4? No, +3.
Plus 3.
So, are we doing the still doing the? We get double proficiency for our tools.
Yeah.
So plus strength. Okay, 11, 4, 15, 21.
Because you can be proficient in the tools but not have them, kind of thing. So you can still do stuff as if you had the tools, if you have like makeshift tools and stuff like that, but because you wouldn't have the tool set itself, then, you know, no extra proficiency. But if you have the tools, it's proficiency on top of your proficiency. To me,
Yeah,
at
I got
least.
the tools all right.
Wonderful.
What person leaves his tools around home?
You'd be surprised. But
Of course, I don't have a
nonetheless,
furnace. Anyway,
so everybody's going to be going back to the tavern at the end, correct? After they get done with all their things and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a yep from Nyla and Odile.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
May will
back
be...
to the tavern, and I started working on something.
Okay.
So I did
May's-
throw Selenog
Dwindle's
into
just-
Dwindle's room
build stuff.
after I picked his door.
So you attempt to throw Selenog into Dwindle's room. He actually stands outside of your door. So, after everybody's afternoon of doing their personal things to kind of wind down and come back from the emotions that had happened earlier in the day, everybody finds themselves back in the tavern.
What am I gonna turn into tonight?
I would like a D100 from everybody.
Yeah, oh no. 12.
Where was this 95 when I was trying to talk to Eddie?
21.
Try that again.
Yep. Ow. Uh-huh. 8.
We're rolling low today. Holy crap.
So 8, 11, 95, and for May,
21.
21. Beautiful. 3 lows, 1 high. So, as everyone is seemingly attempting to rest, or at least get comfortable to get ready for rest after their long day, and everybody attempting to come back to their personal calm, What's everybody's passive perceptions again?
14?
14.
Where's my passive perception?
14,
19.
19.
Oh.
So 14, 14, 19, and Dwindle
17.
was set. Okay,
14.
14 for Dwindle. I heard 14 twice. I knew that, but I couldn't remember what the other one was. So we've got 14, 14, 17, and 19. So Odile would be the first to notice, followed by Nyla, and then May and Dwindle. However, everybody notices as the rooms, though they are dark, as everybody attempts to get comfy in their own spaces. Everybody notices that the air and spaces around them turn gray.
I grab weapon.
As you grab your weapon, you notice that on the ground there was a beetle. On the floor there's a beetle next to Dwindle's feet. Dwindle notices that the beetle has seemingly stopped moving entirely. Nyla notices that Rovan, or not Nyla, Odile notices that Rovan is not moving at all either. Nyla notices a fly in the room has suddenly frozen mid-flight. Everything around the group has seemingly stopped.
Does that mean I can't pick up weapon or no?
You can pick it up. As you pick it up, it acts as normal. However, as everything seems to stop, Odile is the first to hear it, as her passive is the highest. The familiar sound of giggling from downstairs. Everything seems to have frozen in time.
Is it anything like when time froze when we were in the
Oh!
Hmm?
Is it like the fortune teller?
Mm-hmm.
Odd automatically just starts spinning around. Not again. Wait. Eddie, I know you're mad at me, but please. I'm here for like 2 seconds, please. Wait, Selena!
Everybody hears Odile in the next room over, seemingly rather nervous and calling for Eddie and Selenok. However, stepping outside Odile, you find Selenok has frozen in time as well.
Dwindle's gonna come out in his new pajamas.
Yes.
I was gonna look at Dwindle. You know he's not gonna like this when he comes back, right? We shouldn't tell him this, right?
I don't. This is magic. I don't like it either way, nor. I don't know.
You never like this. Come on, Dwindle, let's get it over with.
From down the stairs, everybody hears, "Ha! I won!" from the familiar little girl that you all had seen before.
What did he win?
As you all make your way down, you notice that at one table, the seer sits. Their deck of cards resting in the center of the table, and both blazing orange amber eyes with black around the edges, looking up at the group as they come down. A very small, faint smile on her face as nearby at one of the other tables, the young girl and large Leonin sit playing a game of dragon chess. And it seems that the young girl is rather excited about finally winning one of the games.
What y'all doing back here?
Start singing. Wait, is this about this magic deck that you found?
Magic deck. Is that what you guys were pulling from?
Yeah, but this can't be about that.
Wait, did you not pull?
I gotta let you
No.
be back in our room later.
The seer looks
Okay.
over each and every one of you. The very small half smile still there. Seems you all are doing quite well. I'm glad.
Likewise?
So, it seems that your fortunes have come to pass. Rather quickly, it seems. Since our last reading. I wouldn't be here
Sure.
otherwise.
Why? Why us? Why are you showing up now?
I show up whenever I am needed, wanted, or whenever fate would have it.
You just see Odd automatically just roll her eyes like, oh, again.
Wait, what a silly thing.
So how exactly did fate wrap up our fortunes last time?
I am uncertain myself. I simply bring the possibility of what can happen. The fates you all drew seemingly have come to pass.
Like, wait, this means
So does that mean we're doing it all over again?
If you'd like to.
Okay.
You don't have to know what your fortune may hold. But I'm sure that it helps to have an idea. However, I will not force you to draw, and it seems that you all have your own deck of magic to deal with.
Mind? After all, nothing truly terrible has happened.
Yes?
Personally, Nyla.
Yeah, but that was probably my fault, not fate's.
Possibly. borrow. Did you guys want to? I mean, they are here.
Always down to draw more cards.
I will admit, sadly, mine are simply for fortune telling, bringing about what fate may hold for you. These cards are nothing like the ones that you all found and decided to start yanking from.
I'm
Did
not
they
sure how
find?
much. Sorry?
What did you guys find? If not just simple fortunes.
I'll
I know.
explain.
All I know is that I feel stronger as soon as I pulled one of the cards.
And those cards are magic, and they can do very wondrous things, just as well as they can do very horrible, horrible things, as I'm sure some of you have noticed.
Where am I, Bo?
Out of everyone I want to see pull from the fortune deck, I only see Odd because of reasons.
Reasons.
It's toward Light Night. She's not. He's gonna reveal who we're. Some means coming after us, right?
But of course, as I said, you don't have to draw. I'm simply here to relay that fate has more things in store.
Yeah, I was gonna go and grab a card. Not sure how much I believe this, because it said I don't have any idea how that last fortune came true. But I'm curious.
Hey, if I get rich again, I'll get rich again. Same.
Yeah, that's right.
You did indeed.
You did. I'm like thinking in my head, going, "How did he get rich?" That's right, Eddie.
Here.
Eddie,
What was your card, Nyla?
a sugar
It was
daddy.
like something about changing something. I can't remember details right now, but I can't think of
your
anything that
card?
makes sense of it.
Hold on.
What was
hold
my
on,
card?
Hold on. One
I was
moment.
the
Hold
note
on.
taker.
I can pull your card out. Hold on.
Have we mentioned recently that you're
While
maybe?
while our resident note taker takes out their wonderful binder of everything that we all tend to forget,
Oh,
Nyla,
it's right there.
yeah, that. What'd you get? What'd you got? Nyla, I'm gonna need you to roll 2d20s and a d10.
Okay.
No. Just roll 3d20s.
That is a 27.
27 total?
Mm-hmm.
You pull the card. And unlike the magic deck, these tarot cards seem to be rather easy because it doesn't do anything magical visually. However, you do notice that on the card on the card itself seems to be a crow's foot wrapped around a branch. And at the bottom it reads the Talons. The strange figure that you all had met previously. This seer, fortune teller. This pale woman with platinum white hair and a long black dress, with black lips and very bright, swirling orange eyes, looks to Nyla. It would seem that very soon you may find that gathering items or personal belongings is a lot harder than losing them. Be very careful, because soon you may just lose everything. Keep that in mind. And the card simply disappears from Nyla's hand as the deck in the middle of this small tavern table begins to shuffle itself.
May's gonna grab.
Goes quiet and steps to the back and just sits down.
You said May's drawing one?
Yeah, after giving Nyla a look, like just watching her before pulling a card.
Okay. Roll the first d20 for me, and if it's a 1, then we can use that. But I realize that anything total is not going to be below 3, if you were to manage to get all 3 as nat 1s. So roll the first one. If it's a 1, we'll do that. If it's a 2, then we'll do that. But anything above that, and we'll just roll all 3.
Alright, 15.
Okay. Just go on ahead and roll the other 2 then. Then total them up for me.
23 plus 6, 29.
29 total?
Mm-hmm.
On this card, May sees what seems to be, in the entirety of this card, flames rising from the bottom. And on the bottom of the card it reads, Flames. This seer, fortune teller being looks to May now. Be careful. Be very careful. Because you may make an enemy of somebody who will become very, very relentless. Somebody very powerful.
Hi.
Be careful.
Thank you.
And the card then disappears from May's hand as the cards in the middle begin to shuffle themselves again. Off to the side you hear, "Ah, come on! I almost won that time! You're cheating. There's no way." As the large Leonin silently then grumbles and resets the dragon chess game.
May's gonna go try and walk to go sit near Nyla.
The seer then looks to Odile and Dwindle. Do either of you wish to know the possibility of your fate to come?
Glad to-
Aye. There's got to be some good coming from all this, right?
Possibly. But fate is all about perspective, of course. Good and bad mingle with each other. And they are interchangeable.
Right. Let me run.
1d20 to see if it's a 1 or a 2.
That is a 18.
Okay, roll the other 2.
21. 33.
33 total.
Mhm.
On Dwindle's card is the visage of a man hanging from an old oak tree.
Oh.
At the bottom, the writing simply says the hanged man. The seer then looks to Dwindle. I hope for someone such as you that the choices that you make are worth the cost. If you are not careful and you continue down the path that you're currently walking, you will find yourself surrounded by those that once were seen as good. You will find yourself either ostracized, hunted down, or hurt. By a powerful group.
Thanks for a moment. I've been good. I stay good. Looks at them. The other party. Have you been rubbing off on me?
Each of these fated cards are for none other than yourself. Being good and making decisions that are good to others are two totally different things. What is good to you is not good to somebody else. And every choice that you make has a reaction, whether from yourself, from whoever you're speaking to, or whoever the choice may affect. Keep that in mind as the card then disappears.
I'm not liking the flow of this.
She then looks to Odiel. So, it seems that the fates have quite the luck for you. Do you wish to draw?
I don't. Might as well. Since the fates just seem to have it out for me today, don't they? Why
I can
ignore them?
promise you, it's not fate that has it out.
Sure feels like it.
Fate is far too busy to ruin the life of one singular mortal.
Oh.
Our luck, however, luck is to each and every one person. So,
Well, it seems my luck wasn't very good today. But that's neither here or there. Am I right?
for the most part,
Looks for the group. Not gonna lie, I kind of feel slightly good that I wasn't the only one drawing bad cards today. That sounds bad. I feel bad now.
it's not bad. It's optimistic. Not everyone has perfect luck. Not everyone will have a great day or wake up on the right side of the bed. Some may wake up tired, where others may wake up fully rested and ready to go. Some may wake up in a bad mood, whereas others wake up perfectly fine and happy. Some may have bad days, one after the other, while somebody else reaps the reward of somebody else's hard work because their luck turned around. But in the end, we are all subject to our own luck, and we are all subject to whatever fate has planned.
Well, I guess let's see what they have planned next. Shall we?
Feel free. She then motions to the deck of cards in front of her.
Just stares at her and just pulls the card out and just hands it to her. She's not even looking down. Like, no. She's just so tired.
You know the drill. A d20. If it's a 1 or a 2, then we'll use that. If not, then we will continue.
That was an 11. That'd be a 9.
9 total?
Yeah.
For just the one?
No. That's for my 2 D20s.
Well, you're rolling 3 and totaling them.
Oh, because the first one I rolled was an 11.
Mm-hmm.
So I was ignoring that one. So
Well, you're rolling all 3.
so add the 11 to the 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 20.
20 total?
Yeah. That's the number, right?
Okay.
I told you, I can't do math.
Very interesting.
Math isn't math. Too bad Eddie's not here. He'd love to pull a card. As we learned.
You draw your card. And the visage on this card is strange. In the middle of the card, there's a circle. And in this circle, you notice that it's split into 4 groups. You have one with a skull in it. You have one with a golden goblet. One with a snake. And one with what looks to be nothing. At the bottom, you see the words Wheel of Fortune. The seer then looks to Odile. as your luck would have it, it seems that you have the ability to go down a number of different paths to come. You have many different decisions coming to you here soon. You have many things that you will have to choose, many paths you may have to pick from. Not all of them will be good. Not all of them will be bad. Some of them may be nothing at all and lead to no growth nor loss. However, no matter what you choose, you will lose access to the paths that you didn't. Keep in mind your choices to come, and keep in mind how they affect not only you, but those around you. For every path that you cut off for yourself, you cut off the possibility of paths for others. However, for every path that you choose, you open up new paths. Keep this in mind. And the card disappears from Odil's hand.
Thank you.
Your fates have been decided. And for now, it is up to you to change or follow them. I will be watching. Rest well. And everything returns to normal as you all find yourselves in your rooms where you had been left before, just moments before time had stopped. No longer in the tavern itself. The world around you all no longer gray. The silence returned as the small girl is no longer upset or excited about winning or losing.
Bah, must have been a dream.
Odile just slightly cracks the door open, slightly.
Selenak is still standing there.
I'll have him come in later. Closes the door. Those are what she was trying to work on, getting ready to work on. Okay, working on.
Nyla kind of like shakes herself a little bit and then turns to May. So you still want to pull a card from the other deck? It may leave.
I've been muted this whole time.
Yep.
I don't know what was the worst card that you pulled.
Well, one of them changed Eddie. We're not entirely sure how. Something happened odd, but it's still difficult to say what, but I think she's feeling better now. I got land somewhere and like a title and then a bow. And what else? Yeah, there was a lot of different things happening.
Okay. I guess I'll pull one.
Okay. Don't change personalities or anything, please.
What's the likeliness of that happening? Nice.
Fair.
Gotta say.
Yeah. That- Alright, she's gonna produce the card deck and let me pick one.
Fire ready. I will give a card. Whenever.
And check how many there are left. Did I put those? There's 13 cards left.
Roll a d12.
Okay. 9.
A 9.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny to say that I have this page memorized now.
Well, you've used up about half of them, right?
1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. May,
Yes.
highs or lows?
Highs.
Okay. So, as you pull this card, you find yourself pulling the Ace of Hearts. From the corner that you hold, the card burns slowly. All the way up until it stops as the card has become a rather strange visage. In the center stands a woman with a long black dress, her hands in front of her, one over the other, pale skin, on one side, half of the face of what looks to be a Leonin, scarred, cut into, the mane a bit fringed on the ends. And on the other side, the visage of a young girl with long red hair and a few freckles that go across the face. All of them are faceless. However, at the bottom of the card, it reads the Fates.
Oh, whoa.
This is a DM to player card. And May gets the general idea of what the card does, though she's not entirely sure as to how she understands what the card does. However, May understands what the magic of the card does. For you, reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. You can use the card's magic as soon as you draw the card, or at any other time before you die.
Holy cow. Okay. Can I think on that? Like, since if I can.
It says that you can use it as soon as you draw it, or any other time before you die. That means you
Okay.
don't even have to use it right now.
Okay.
You could hold it until your character gets old enough to go, you know what? That choice in my life, I didn't like it. And then remove it.
Okay. I see, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You know what it does? I will
Interesting.
not tell you how it does it.
Okay. What an interesting card.
What did it do?
Looks familiar.
And the card burns away.
Only the Fates know, I guess.
Some of the other cards were like that too. They didn't really have an immediate purpose. I had one that I still don't know what's gonna do.
Okay. Can I pull one more?
Gonna hold out the deck for her again.
Sitting cross-legged on Nyla's bed.
Mhm.
Like a sleepover. Like,
Yes.
oh, card.
Exactly. Now it is blue 12. Without
Would
any
I just roll
caveats.
D12 this time?
Mm-hmm. Easy peasy.
I got a 10 this time.
So a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Highs or lows?
Lows.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just a moment. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, know what that card does. Oh, neat. I now know what that card does.
Oh.
So, May, as you draw the card, the corner that you're holding the card, as you draw it, you see before you the Queen of Spades. The card then burns away from the corner. However, this card burns much faster than the others, almost instantaneously. And before you can look away from the card, you see on its visage the head of a Medusa. Green skin with bright neon yellow eyes that have two reptilian slits in the middle, and hair that seems to wrap and warp as snakes coil around themselves. You feel your body slowed. You are cursed. The card's Medusa-like visage curses you. You take a -2 penalty on saving throws while cursed in this way. Only a god or the magic of the Fates card can end this card. End this curse.
Oh boy.
Dang.
Does that feel any different?
Yes, you feel physically slower.
Oh. Oh gosh.
You okay?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's just late.
Yeah.
You know.
And the card burns away.
Okay.
You sure you're alright?
Yeah. It's been a long day.
It's true, it has. Yeah. Morning brings.
Yeah, I guess we'll just see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully we get any sort of sign from the prince and all.
That would be nice. We could figure that out.
Anything else that you all would like to do tonight?
I started working on my little project thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like a little book sleeve.
Okay.
That's what I was using the fabric for.
Okay. Go on ahead and roll me a d20 plus your dex modifier because of this being more like a sleight of hands type of check. And are you proficient with sewing kits? No?
No. No.
No
100%
proficiency
not.
this time.
Wait, you said I was rolling a what?
d20 plus dex modifier.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
You're fine. Oh, peach.
Mind you, she also has to take the book out to take measurements. And so she's saying out loud, don't take the book yet. I know you're probably here. Don't take it yet. Let me take measurements.
You hear no response.
I take the measurements. And then I set the book down. And I walk away from the book to start the thing. I get a lot of owies. Because I got a 7.
A 7. It's not the prettiest. It takes a little longer than you expected. Working with metal is a lot easier than working with cloth for some reason. With metal, it doesn't move, it doesn't shift, it doesn't fold over on itself, it doesn't do anything like that unless you make it. But cloth just kind of says, fuck logic, I'm going to go over here now because of a light breeze.
Oh, it's stretchy.
Mm-hmm. So, you definitely feel your fingers are rather numb in the morning, but you all get a long rest. Nyla, you feel that the box of cards is heavier than it was yesterday.
Did it refill?
Oh no. Oh no.
You check the box, and it seems to be filled back to the brim with cards.
No!
No.
Wait,
No!
how many cards are there?
No!
We are not doing a daily something bullshit. No.
For records, for my records, how many cards are there?
Nyla.
Oh no.
Oh, also,
save
I
us,
did
we
let
just-
Belloc into my room so he could sleep. I did not let that poor boy sleep outside of my room. For the record.
You wake up and find him sitting crisscross with his arms crossed and head kind of hanging as he's sitting in front of your door. On the inside.
One sec.
But with the cards refilled, everybody waking the next morning to a new dawn and a new day, that is where we will end tonight's session. As it is 10 o'clock.
The deck reset. No!
Was it
No!
No! That means those other cards are back in there.
There's new cards in there.
So was it 20 cards?
James knows how I love to mess with the deck of many things. But
Now I want to draw again, damn it. I'd reset.
that is where we will call tonight's session. As our wonderful group awakens the next morning to a new day and a new dawn after a rather emotional afternoon and a afternoon gathering things, working together to get a few bits of information on armor, attuning to new items and being ignored by their ghostly friend. The group now awakens to a whole new box of chaos. Who knows what fate has in store for them? But I suppose we'll have to find out next time. So, we hope that you'll, of course, get lost following the Will-O-Wisps once again, because we will keep the campfire roaring for you here in the Will-O-Wisp Woods. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.